Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I can see that we still have more people joining it, but just for the purpose of starting and to be careful with time, I'm going to start with a small introduction of the session. Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who might not know me, my name is Lisbeth Becerra from ITC SheTrades, and I welcome you all to this e-coffee session with Opportunity Bank Uganda. Before we start, just like to mention some housekeeping rules. I'll just kindly request you to please keep your microphones muted during the presentation so the speakers don't get interrupted. Also note that at the end of this presentation, we will have a Q&A session from around 20 to 30 minutes. So at the end of this presentation, if you have any questions, you will be able to ask, or if you have questions during the presentation, also feel free to type them through the chat box and we will address it at the end of the session. If by any reason you miss connection, feel free to log in again and mute your mic. As well, this webinar is being recorded and will be shared with everyone after this session. So let me just start with a small introduction of SheTrades Invest and a little bit the logic of this e-coffee sessions. SheTrades Invest is fully committed to supporting fruitful relationships between capital providers and women entrepreneurs. And these e-coffee sessions with financial institutions are intended to create a space where our partners can share available financial products and services, and as well as SheTrades members can get informed about this and ask any questions that they might have. So take this opportunity as well. In case you have queries, feel free to ask it at the end. Just a small introduction of the team of who's behind SheTrades Invest. We have our colleague Anna Murray, who is the head of partnerships and managing projects as well. I have myself as SheTrades Invest coordinator, and also we have on this call Laura Bolivar, who are supporting us as well in the project. And today we have the great pleasure of having with us Ruth and Rogers from Opportunity Bank Uganda. Opportunity Bank Uganda is a commercial bank that is licensed and regulated by the Central Bank of Uganda. Opportunity Bank offers tailor-made products and services for individuals, micro, small, medium, and large-size enterprises. We've been working very closely with Opportunity Bank unlocking access to finance for women, and we truly appreciate the partnership and very look forward to keep working to keep up with the good work that we've been doing. So let me introduce our dear speakers. We have today Ruth Asasira with us, product manager, microfinance at Opportunity Bank Uganda. She has more than 12 years of experience in inclusive finance, financial literacy, training, and business development. Ruth is passionate about developing solutions that improve lives. She has participated in training within financial institutions, most specifically those that have women financial empowerment as their core objective. And we also have Rogers with us. Rogers is SME and Trade Finance Manager. Roger has a wealth of experience in banking, having held various positions in the banking industry, including head of retail banking, regional manager, and regional sales and service manager roles. Roger is passionate about training business owners to improve and grow their businesses. Thank you both very much for making yourselves available for today's calls and for sharing with us more information about the bank, your financial products and services you offer for women. And well, with no further ado, I pass over the floor to Ruth, who will start this conversation. Thank you, Rogers and Ruth, very much.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth, too, for that very generous introduction. And I would also like to welcome the participants who have taken some time to be part of this call. So in the interest of time, I'll just proceed so that we can have more time to interact with on the Q&A in case we have many questions that will come in. We are here to ensure that we together can share knowledge and share with us the insights at Opportunity Bank regarding partnering with you in unlocking financing to your business, especially the women entrepreneurs. So Elizabeth, if you could allow, just proceed I'll give a little brief about Opportunity Bank. We have been operating in Uganda for 26 years now, and we started off in 1995 as an arm of as a microcredit program, where we grew over time and acquired a Tier 2 license as a credit institution. And that's the time when we became an Opportunity International acquisition, them being the majority shareholder of the institution, until 2019, where we became a full-fledged commercial bank. We currently operate, Elizabeth, next slide, please. We currently operate with 24 branches, and our mission is to offer innovative led technology financial solutions to transform the lives of ordinary individuals, micro, small, medium-sized entrepreneurs. And we continue to do this in a respectful way and a very sustainable way. Our vision is to be the bank of choice for all the people who aspire to a life of dignity and purpose. So we extend this in the 24 branches that we currently operate with. Elizabeth, next slide, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. We extend services across the board. As you can see on your screen, we do financing, extend credit in all segments, microfinance, small, medium, large, and retail loans. We have a component of bank assurance currently, so our customers can actually enjoy insurance products directly with the bank. And that's all insurance products cutting across all the segments that we provide, not just credit life, but the general as well as normal life products that we offer. We also have customized savings products as well as the current products, where we offer suitable and customized products in terms of ordinary savings accounts. We do investment accounts, child accounts, as well as VSLAs and cooperatives, and we do this through all the branch network that we have. Next slide, please, Elizabeth. Thank you. So our channels, apart from the branch network, we have an agent network of over 200 agents right now. We also plug into the shared platform with other banking institutions where our customers can actually access and transact through the other agents of different banks. We also have platforms through mobile phone banking, the internet and corporate suites where all our customers can actually transact without necessarily moving to an agent or a branch. And we also have our app on Play Store that customers can actually download on your gadgets, and you actually continue to transact without necessarily coming to Opportunity Bank. Next slide, Elizabeth. Thank you. So we are going to try to summarize this slide for the benefit of all our participants. Like I said earlier, we extend our credit facilities in all the segments. We do microfinance, we do the small and medium, we do the large as well as the retail. And now we extend to the micro in agriculture, in the retail business, trade and commerce. We also extend finance in education. We actually big in education and agriculture. Those are our flagship segments as a bank. We do also have water and sanitation financing, and that's across the board. This goes all the way to the proprietors who deal into these businesses, but we continue to extend this to the end users who want to improve the livelihood of the communities. So we also extend renewable energy products, and this we do through individuals, we do it through groups. We have different types of groups that we extend financing to. We have groups that are not even registered, groups that are just working together with some kind of cohesion, with a minimum membership of 10 women or men. But over time, when we look at our statistics, we have more of the women actually enjoying these benefits through the group products that we have. So under the group, we have those groups that are not registered, but we also have VSLAs and community-based organizations that are registered at sub-county levels, at a village level, at a district level that we partner with to extend these facilities too. This is coupled again with the savings product that are customized to suit this specific segment of customers. We are big into agriculture. We do extend agriculture to the smaller farmers who are organized in groups, but also individuals. Some of them can, we actually have those that have acreage of about 1 or 2 acres. For as long as they're doing it commercially, we are able to extend financing to them. We also, like I said, are big in the education finance space, and we do the whole value chain of education financing, from the school fees to the school construction loans, to extending renewable energy products that support the operations of the school, to transport. So for schools, we look at it through the 360 approach. So we do extend finance to the whole value chain when it comes still to agriculture, and as well as trade and commerce. In terms of retail, we also do this through the partners that we have, and these are usually employers. So we do sign off agreements with employers where we extend facilities to their employees, still within the public sector as well as the private sector. Civil society organizations, just the normal private sector sections that have all NGOs, but also specifically those that are employed in the public sector, we are able to extend these facilities to you. I'll request Rogers to come in and give us more highlights on the SME as we proceed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ruth. Good afternoon, everybody that's listening to us. And thank you for giving us this opportunity to speak with you. I'm just going to start where Ruth stopped, so I can maybe just direct you in terms of, and maybe give better clarity on some of these products. As a bank, we strive to achieve transformation for the communities and the people where we operate. And that is the reason why we come to work, basically our purpose. And just starting from the screen of economic activity, we noticed that in Uganda, where we are operating, if we're to be able to cause transformation that's going to speak to miles of people, would have to focus on agriculture, manufacturing, trade, transport, building, and community and social services. So we believe that by looking at those activities, would be in a good position to be able to cause transformation. And so from an SME perspective, that's small, medium, and large entities. We basically have an approach where we are looking at the entire market and segmented it into 3 spaces. That is people that are dealing with agriculture. So the entire agricultural value chain, from production to agribusiness. And then we also looked at education. Education, looking at all the entire education value chain, from kindergarten up to tertiary institutions like technical and vocational institutes, and at the same time universities and colleges. And then we also strongly focus on the sector of trade and commerce for everybody that's doing any sort of trade that is legal. And as well, lastly, in terms of an SME perspective and the sectors that you focus on for contractors doing for them trade finance. So in terms of the products, we have some individual loans for people in agriculture, people that are doing business, people that are in education. And our education offering is actually wide. Looking at from an institutional point of view, to the students themselves, to the parents on the other end, and we just try to see, because we do a needs-based approach to financing. We play so much in terms of the wash facilities, that's water, sanitation, and health, and then also in terms of provision of clean energy. We have a couple of partners across board that are interested in green financing. So that is something that's it's going to be our next big area. I've just signed up a memorandum, so that a memorandum of understanding, such that you can implement it, as many companies are recovering from COVID at this point in time. Liz, if you could kindly go to the next page. Okay, so just like I said, in terms of how we run business, we basically look at, we do a needs analysis for all our clients. And for the needs analysis, we look at individuals. We know and we realize that different customers have different needs and requirements. And their situations are not the same, so we do not have a blanket sort of approach. We look at every entity as an individual entity. So we offer things like structured loans. Those are loans that are secured and others are unsecured, depending on the kind of business that you run. We do overdrafts, we have revolving facilities and lines of credit, loan top-ups, and trade finance, to mention but a few. The major reason why we have different types of facilities, like I said, is to be able to address the particular needs of a particular entity. And in fact, how we work is we prefer listening to our clients more, such that we get to understand the way their businesses are unique from the other businesses, and then we can provide solutions. So in that way, as you can see, for example, in terms of how we structure the cash flows to weekly, monthly, quarterly, termly, depending on the cash flows of a particular business. And sometimes for particular loans, we have to give grace periods, and we have to stagger payments, and also look at people who would like to pay off facilities using bullet payments. We do, in terms of our pricing, it's also flexible depending on the kind of business a client is running, from declining balance to flat rate from when a client takes a facility. If we could go on to the next one, please. All right, so clients taking facilities, what do we basically look at? We just categorize them into 3. But first of all, we just want to know who you are. One, I mean, in terms of who you are is, I know many people usually call it KYC, but it's the legality and the regulation. I mean, are you an individual? running a business as an individual? Are you a company? Are you a partnership? Are you a sole proprietor? So we just need to understand that. And when we understand that, you can move on to the next level. You provide us with a few mandatory requirements. I mean, like your ID and your financial card history, such that we're able to profile you and give you the right solutions. And then finally, we also want to understand your banking history, whether you are going to be transacting in the banks for the first time, or you have actually been transacting in other banks elsewhere, so that we can use that information and be able to facilitate you. I think you can move on to the next one. All right, so this is a continuation of some of the things that you might need in case you want to apply for a facility with us. I may not go through each and every one, but basically this is on our end as the bank. When you present to us a request, maybe just want to understand how's your history in terms of borrowing, your current financial position, how the sort of cash flows around your business, and the collateral considerations, depending. And I must really insist that we do a bottom-to-up approach where we speak with the clients first. We get to understand the unique needs of their businesses, and then we're able to go back, we call it a deals house, to structure a particular solution for them. We have some exciting solutions. I think I will talk about them maybe in the Q&A session. Liz, if you could kindly go to the next one. Okay, what advises a unique way of doing business? Number one is we appreciate that there are barriers, not just in Uganda, but maybe in Africa, in terms of what needs to be done for us to run business. We have an issue, and this is very major for people that run unlicensed businesses. So unlicensed businesses, one, in terms of just the licenses, but also in terms of the proper documentation and KYC. So as a business, we help to go to inform clients in terms of what it is that they want, and then and what they need to have in place for them to go forward. There's a general lack of sufficient collaterals in Uganda. So many SMEs, many entrepreneurs want to run businesses, but they do not have sufficient collaterals that are required for by the financial institutions for them to be able to advance credit to them. So that is how we also come up with unique ways. For example, the group methodology that Ruth talked about, where people can come together in big numbers and they guarantee each other to be able to get loans instead of providing physical securities to the bank. A proper record keeping, that is huge, especially for clients, individuals and sole proprietors that do not have any sort of financial record or business records for the businesses that they are running. So you will always find in dealing with these customers, it's always their word against your word. But as well, we help customers to standardize this, which we do through financial literacy sessions, which we hold at the bank for free, by the way. We train different clients and take them through a coaching and mentorship program where we give them introductory knowledge, especially at bookkeeping, like cash books, and basically being able to do the very basic of accounting or record keeping for their businesses. Culture, social, and society barriers. You will find that in the community where we operate, there are some businesses, for example, that are not accepted. They are unacceptable by others just because they have a particular background. I'll give an example of, say, piggery. piggery is one of the biggest businesses in Uganda, but there are particular areas where you cannot practice that trade simply because the people in and around that area are Muslims. So your business might not go well. So we deal with a lot of that. And definitely we also have economic volatility, like in the time which we are in right now under the COVID-19 lockdowns and what. So, so our expectation from understanding the key barriers to trade and the key barriers to business in Uganda, we expect that if we can be able to take clients through some of these programs that we offer, especially programs around financial literacy, programs around collaborations with NGOs NGOs, government, and other local and international entities, just to be able to come up and bridge some of those gaps. I'll just give an example of, and I know Ruth is going to talk about some case studies for some of the customers that we've handled. But I will give an example of, say, a client who wants to, who is dealing in agriculture, but doesn't have collateral. So we have some partners that I may not mention here that can come onto the book, and they provide 50% of the collateral that a client needs for them to be able to access financing from the bank. In that way, you've addressed the client's requirement for having collateral, and you've given them the solution of the funding that they wanted. So we have several of those partnerships, including SheTrade itself. If we could move on to the next one, please. All right, so I think at this point in time, I will hand over back to Ruth to take us through the Women Empowerment Program. It would be unfair for a gentleman to talk to
and thanks very much, Rogers. So we have a few minutes for our session, just before we get into the Q&A with all of us, so that we can interact more and better. But we wanted to introduce to you the program which we run specifically for women inclusion and women empowerment, and again specifically to women entrepreneurs. And we do this with directly the woman as an entrepreneur. We also partner with like-minded organizations that are in the market that would like to push forward the agenda of empowering the women businesses. So, of course, we, Rogers mentioned this, and we are again very happy for the partnership that we have with SheTrades. We have managed to extend this program currently to over 800 women entrepreneurs, and this is across the board. Like I said, we do it through the micro person. We also do it to the SMEs whose businesses are really a bit stable, or those ladies that are working with other ladies in their communities and are extending capacity building skills to these specific ladies. So we target any woman who who aspires to a life of purpose and dignity, who is engaged in a business, but also those who are starting, especially if they are working along with the organization. So we have signed partnerships with over 100 women associations. These include the village CBOs. They also include some NGOs within Uganda, in all our branches. So we have women who have actually accessed financing through Opportunity Bank in this program at 50% of our normal lending interest. So if the pricing is, for example, 20%, we have ladies that actually accessing this at 10%, at 15%, because of the partnerships that we have to do this. We acknowledge the fact that access to finance for women-owned businesses has been one of the hindrances that we have, is again the pricing, the collateral. So through the partnerships, we're able to have partners who will cushion the institution as well as the woman to buy down the interests, but also collateralize the loan that this woman is accessing from us at Opportunity Bank. We also wanted to share with you some, Liz, if you could kindly move to the next slide. We wanted to share with you some of the ladies that we have worked with. We've worked with Mrs. Muchibi since 2017. She runs a catering business, which we know was actually greatly affected recently because of the COVID guidelines and restrictions that were put up. I know that recently the credit facility that she is running, she accessed it to expand this business and get an office space for it. So the picture that you see here, she actually used to operate in a garage kind of setting. She would pack all her things in there. And of course, she used to have very many losses in terms of breaking some of her cutlery, the plates. So she wanted space now to showcase, but also to have people come in and sit instead of only doing outside catering. So currently, next slide, Elizabeth, if you could. So this is the office space that she was able to acquire through this program. Of course, the financing was not just for the office space, but we wanted to share with you part of the success stories that we have of the women that we are working with currently. We still extend this, like I said, not only to individuals, but to the groups. And these are groups who actually access as low, we have individuals in those groups who access as low as 100,000 Ugandan shillings, 200,000. I think that's about, that's less than $100. So we have women that actually come to access finance through the groups. And at that point, if you're accessing less than $100, we have some that only have a national ID, they have their businesses, but the business is not registered. And through the groups, we are able to finance this. Now, core to what we do, Elizabeth, if you could move to the second slide, to the last slide, as I explained. Part of what we do in extending credit facilities through groups is that we do have a curriculum that we use to train and empower these women all through the governance of the groups, to ensuring that they understand, do their record keeping, of course, of their businesses, as well as of that of the groups. We build leaders in the groups so they are able to run these groups as independent entities. Eventually, we help them to register in their villages through the sub-counties, and then eventually to the district. We continue to work with cooperatives, and we have partnerships with the cooperative movement sections in Uganda through the districts, as well as the registrar of cooperatives, where we ensure that we support with the registration, but we extend the finance, and most importantly, we do capacity building of trainings. We have staff who meet with the groups in their meeting places, in the villages, and do trainings. These trainings across the fundamentals of life, we continue to ensure that we build the capacity of these people to run their businesses, and then also develop a trust to work with the bank. On your screen is one of our groups, and these ladies are actually enrolled on the program. If you see, you'll see a gentleman. So we also accept groups that have 70% women, but also some gentlemen that are part of these groups can access this collateral cushioning, as well as interest buy down and trainings through the program. So I'd like to stop here now, and over to you back, Lisbeth, for the Q&A sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ruth and Rogers. It was a very, very informative session. I've been receiving some questions. So let us start with the first question we receive. This is a question from Lucy. Lucy makes sweaters, and sometimes, well, she orders from schools and she only gets LPOs. How can Opportunity Bank help her with a loan when she doesn't have a security? Does Opportunity Bank offer something related to it? May I pass it over to Ruth Ofoyes, please?
Thank you, Elizabeth. May I pass it over to Rogers? I know he's dying to respond to this.
Yeah, I actually saw that one coming from Lucy. Lucy, yes, that is a trademark product that we offer under our trade financing options. And maybe just to let you know, I know that now you only mentioned about LPOs, but we do the entire cycle under trade finance. So one, we help in terms of our offering for your kind of business and other contractors and service providers like you. We run a platform where we inform you of where contracts are running at the moment. So that is the starting. That is the first step. So after that, we help you also provide for you bid guarantees and bid securities, so that you can bid for contracts and other supply jobs that you might be interested in. And then when you get the contract, sometimes you don't have financing to go and attempt the contract, which is what you're talking about in terms of LPO finance. So yes, we do offer unsecured LPO finance up to 50 million for reputable companies across Uganda. So those we've categorized most of the employers and companies. So from employers that are A-rated, we do offer unsecured LPO financing up to 50 million. And then when we go to category B and category C, for category B and category C, we request for a bit of security, but as well we are flexible. Why do I mean we're flexible? Is I know that many other players on the market specifically look at maybe having a house which is on a title property, but you can consider even a logbook for a motor vehicle. We can consider land which is not titled. We can consider a guarantee from somebody else to stand in for you such that you can be able to access credit. So just like I said earlier, we look at individuals and what they're particularly doing. In addition to that, when you have already now got the contract, given you the funds performed on the contract, we can also give you what you call invoice discounting, where you have performed at a certain employer's place. You have probably delivered sweaters of 100 million and they haven't yet paid you. So what we do is we help you to realize your funds in real time as you wait for the payment to come in from the employer. So yes, we do that. We just need to confirm. We just need to confirm your your employer under what category they fall.
Thank you very much, Rogers. Lucy, please feel free if you have any further question, feel free to either raise your hand or unmute yourself. And we've been receiving as well other questions regarding to contact. So very, very timely. I'm gonna be just launching a poll. On the third question, you will see if there's a question if you would like to be connected with Opportunity Bank Uganda, please. If you select yes, SheTrades will be taking the lead on doing the personal connections with Opportunity Bank Uganda as well. Then as well, we have some other questions. This is Lucy. I think you're ready to reply a little bit, but she also wants maybe to get a little bit more of information or loans related for buying a machine, so machinery or any products that you offer around buying machines or facilities. Roger or Ruth, feel free to go ahead.
Okay. Yes, we help customers to acquire machinery, and basically all you need is to get a quotation from where you're purchasing the machinery from. I don't know if you're going to purchase the machinery directly from Uganda or you're going to import it. Whichever way, we are flexible to that. So you get a quotation of or a pro forma invoice of the machinery that you want to purchase, and that becomes the starting point for us to be able to finance you under our asset financing platform. Thanks.
Thanks, Raya. There's also a question. I know if you offer finance only to people in Uganda, there's a person from South Africa. If I'm afraid, I think Opportunity Bank Uganda only works in Uganda, but there's other partners we may have. But Roger, Ruth, if you have maybe any guidance on this one.
No, we operate within the jurisdiction of Uganda.
Perfect. If you're from South Africa, please feel free to reach me at SheTradesInvest@introsend.org, and I can provide you more information about partners we have in South Africa. We have a question from Megata Hailey. How can you help a tour operator who has no business at the moment, but would like a loan to do digital marketing to raise brand awareness, generate leads, and build online presence via social media?
Okay, so I don't know if Ruth would like to attempt this, but basically in terms of, and you know, this is something that I had talked about in terms of barriers to accessing credit in Africa. And one of them is the fact that most companies that we deal with as a commercial bank, usually we do not finance startups. So startups have where this company now falls in this case. However, I would like to refer you to something called UGEFA, UGEFA. Tour operators, companies that are basically running what we might want to call a green finance. So Opportunity Bank has just signed up a partnership with UGEFA and Finding XY, where we'll be able to finance people that one are either entrepreneurs that are interested in starting, or they are already existing in this kind of business. So you might have to undergo a bit of training by UGEFA and Finding XY, such that when they finally confirm that you have successfully gone through training, maybe you understand the kind of business that you're going to do, then they can refer you to us, and we give you funding, which is highly subsidized.
Thank you so much, Rogers. We have another question from Margaret. Do you offer asset financing to small businesses?
Yeah, let me take that. Yes, we do offer finance asset finance to all businesses. We'll just have to take you through our due diligence process as we described earlier. So depending on the asset that you want to acquire, we'll definitely need for you to, if it is land, for example, if it is a car, or if it's machinery, there must be some kind of documentation to show that the two parties, the seller has shown that you approached them and you're willing to buy. I think in terms of machinery also, Rich has already mentioned the pro forma invoice. In terms of land, also documentation that is customized to Uganda. Sometimes there are land agreements. So depending on the assets you want to acquire, we can definitely discuss. I think Margaret didn't disclose what specific assets, but feel free to reach out to us and we can discuss this further. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ruth. I also saw that Roger said contact details. Thank you very much. For those of you as well who answered the poll, we'll be connecting you directly as well with Opportunity Bank Uganda. Okay, I have another question. Ruth, Rogers, if someone wants to visit you in Uganda, where are your branches? Where can they find you?
Okay, we have 24 branches across Uganda, and our branches are located in all the major regions of the country, from the capital city, central area, to northern region, to western region, eastern region, and southern. Most importantly, you can actually pick out particular locations from our website, where there's we have a tool on the website where you can actually find your nearest branch from where you're located. One, you can access us from the website, and then you can also access us from from the app, where you can just sign up from. You can just download that app on the Google App Chat, and also from Play Store. So all you need to do basically is to just go on and access our app so that you can actually start transacting. We also do business with over 150 agents across the country. So everywhere you see an agent banking point and you look at the signages on their display, where you see Opportunity Bank, it means you can actually transact from there and get our services. Our head office is located in Kamocha, Old Kira Road, just in the center of, in the CBD of Kampala, which is the capital of Uganda. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I haven't received any other questions, so I don't know if there's any other additional point, maybe Roger's, Ruth, that you would like to share with the audience before we close the call?
Not so much from me. I think it's been a wonderful audience. We'll be looking forward to engaging more with you guys, even after. That's why we've actually shared our contacts, so that you can reach out to us and let us know how we can be a part of your business, since we live to transform the lives of the communities where we operate. I don't know if my colleague would like to add.
Yes, thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, the audience, for being wonderful. We thank you for the interactions. We are open to continue interacting with you. We still are open to signing partnerships with like-minded entities and individuals that would like to work with us. We are a social bank. We believe in transformation. We believe in improving the lives of our community. So yes, we do want to make money, but we know that we want to make it in a sustainable way, and that's why we are happy to partner with like-minded individuals that would like to create impact. And thanks again very much, Elizabeth, Anna, and the team for organizing this. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much to you actually for making yourselves available, for sharing all this information, for being as well very open to reply to queries. We'll be doing follow-up connections as well. And let's keep in touch. I wish you all a wonderful day, wonderful end of the day and evening, and speak soon. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.